1817, a German scientist named Friedrich Stromeyer had found an unexpected discovery of a new element. The new element has given a lot of contributions, advantages, and impacts to the human, especially from the perspective of science. You guessed it from the title. Today we will be talking about cadmium. Stromeyer was studying calamine, or other words, zinc carbonate, as during that time calamine was quite popular as topical medicine. So after heating, he observed that a few of the samples produced a glow yellow color. Soon he discovered that the produced product had small traces of a new element, and after further inspection he suggested the product would be named as cadmium. Most of the cadmium today could be found as a byproduct from mining, smelting, and refining zinc. In some certain cases, cadmium could also be obtained from lead and copper production. So, what is cadmium? Cadmium comes from the Latin word called cadmia and a Greek word which is cadmeia, in which both are actually ancient names of calamine or zinc carbonate. Cadmium is a transition metal with the symbol Cd and also having atomic number of 48, and its mass is 112.41 U. Basically, cadmium is a soft silver white metal in which it could be easily cut through using a knife.
So as stated before, cadmium has silvery white appearance and is nearly as soft as tin, and it emits a crackling sound when bent. Cadmium vapor is deep yellow and monoatomic. Cadmium is a rare element and is only about 0.2 gram per ton in Earth's crust. It presents in a few minerals and in small quantities in other ores, especially zinc ores, from which it is produced as a byproduct. China, South Korea, Canada, Japan, and Kazakhstan led the world in cadmium refinement in the early 21st century.
Cadmium is usually used in rechargeable nickel-cadmium batteries, in which the cadmium is in the negative electrode of the battery. As I shown in the screen above, due to their unique characteristics, nickel-cadmium battery could be found in consumer applications such as phones, computers, cameras, cordless power tools, and etc. Nickel-cadmium batteries could also be seen used in industrial applications. Apart from that, cadmium is being used as stabilizers, in which it could be seen applied through materials such as polyvinyl chloride or PVC. This is because PVC, when exposed to heat or UV light, it could cause degradation process, which is really bad. Thus, cadmium is being placed in PVC in order to slow down this particular process, alongside ensuring a longer service lifetime for the PVC. Next, cadmium could also be seen as cadmium coatings, in which serve the purpose for reducing corrosion process. Due to this specific purpose, cadmium coatings is being applied to nuclear sectors, electrical applications, mining, aerospace, and etc. Cadmium is used in pigments in red, orange, and yellow color, and usually or naturally occurred in cadmium sulfide. Based on the screen above, due to the unique characteristics of cadmium, basically cadmium is being used in decorations, for materials, also for discoloration, and cadmium pigments also being used by not only from the past professional artists, but until this day. Other applications including in order to reduce abrasion resistance, cadmium is being used in alloys, and also from the perspective of solar technology, CDTE or cadmium telluride photovoltaic is being used. Basically, CDTE is a thin film. When exposed to sunlight, it could convert the sunlight into electrical energy.
Cadmium has lots of benefits in its application for daily uses. But did you know that it is also widely known for its toxicity to the environment? It can cause birth defects and cancer, thus it has limitation in its uses. Cadmium is one of the 6 substances banned by the European Union's Restriction of Hazardous Substance (RoHS) directive. So, to protect the public health, the federal government develops recommendations or guidelines as well as regulations that can be enforced by law to ensure people from getting the toxicity of cadmium. As seen in the applications, cadmium is often present in industrial settings and metals and welding operations. So there are potential workers that are exposed to cadmium, which is well regulated by the US Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or known as OSHA. OSHA has set a limit of 5 micrograms of cadmium per cubic meter of air, which is enforced by the agency. OSHA regulations also require additional respiratory protection and other protective work clothing to protect workers from the dangers of cadmium. The uses of cadmium are restricted in materials and products intended for young children because children are more likely to bite or mouth plastic or metals in toys or cups. So in the recent years, cadmium was found in some imported children's jewelry and cups, prompting new voluntary industry standards. To protect children from harmful exposure to cadmium, US prohibits the sale of toys in the United States that contain some heavy metals including cadmium. To conclude, cadmium will invariably be present in our society. We cannot stop using them either in useful products or in controlled ways. Nowadays, its health effects are well understood and well regulated, so no need to restrict or ban cadmium products as it contributes so little to human cadmium exposure. For example, nickel-cadmium battery is 99% recyclable for the production of new cadmium battery. Worldwide initiatives has promoted the collection of nickel-cadmium battery for recycling and improve overall recycling rates. It also should be emphasized that cadmium is very stable. It is highly insoluble in the usage of any cadmium pigments, any cadmium paint, in stabilizers, in plastics, glasses, and also ceramics. Thus, instead of restricting cadmium products, it is more encouraged to collect and recycle cadmium products, which it can contribute to the sustenance and safe use of cadmium in our modern society. That's all from us. Thank you very much for listening and have a good day everyone. And stay away from cadmium toxicity.